This Christmas season is going to look a little different, but we want to help you find ways that you can still love others and serve others this Christmas season. Join me today as I share some easy ways that we can make Christmas not about ourselves, but about sharing the love of Jesus with others this season. Christmas is here. We are just a few weeks away from one of the greatest holidays of the year, and I am so excited for it. We're really excited for the church. We're excited to see what God's going to do in this season, but we really wanted to make this season extra special. We are going to be taking our attention off of ourselves, and we're really going to be focusing on how we can love and serve others. Why? Because God has loved us. It is because He loves that we are going to be gearing ourselves to this season of serving and loving others. There's an incredible verse that I want to read for us that will really set this up. Dear friends, let us love one another, for love comes from God. Everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God. Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love. This is how God showed His love among us. He sent His one and only Son into the world that we might live through Him. This is love. Not that we love God, but that He loved us and sent His Son as an atoning sacrifice for our sins. Dear friends, since God so loved us, we also ought to love one another. No one has ever seen God, but if we love one another, God lives in us, and His love is made complete in us. So this holiday season, we are just going to be so focused on how we can love and serve others, how we can serve our neighbors, how we can love our neighbors, how we can serve our family and friends, and how we can love our family and friends. And we're going to be using an incredible tool to help us. Our friends at Crew & Company have actually developed 26 different ways that we can serve our friends and our family and our neighbors this year. So we're really excited about that. We're going to be partnering with them. We're going to have these cards on Sundays. We're going to have these online to help you participate. We want to just help you find ways that you can serve those around you this Christmas season. So let's dive into it. I'm here with my friend Tate, and Tate, I'm really excited about today because we are going to be serving in a way that most people probably would never expect. And this is something, just having some conversations with you, I think we're gonna have a whole lot of fun with this one. So aren't these cards, first and foremost, aren't they beautiful?
Yeah, they're so cute. I was looking at them, they're really cute.
So there's all sorts of ones, and we were just able to go through the list and just pick one out. These came from Crew & Company. They did an incredible job with them, but we are going to be writing a card and sending a card to our grandparents. Isn't that going to be fun?
Yeah,
I'm really excited about it. And just so you know, this is just a really simple way. And some of you are like, now, Aaron, I don't even have a grandparent. And that's okay. But maybe there's somebody in your life, a friend or family member that you just respect, that you love so much, that's been an incredible mentor to you. Maybe that's who you can write to. The whole point of this is just to spread some love. Because He loved, we are going to love others. So we're going to be writing a letter to our grandparents. Does that sound like fun?
Yes, it sounds like a lot of fun.
All right, so who you going to write to?
My nanny and my poppy.
Nanny and Poppy.
Yes.
That's awesome. So I think I'm going to write to my Papa Ray. So I'm pretty excited about it. So you say Nanny?
Yeah, Nanny and Poppy. Nanny's the girl and Poppy's the boy.
Yes.
So
how did you all end up naming them Nanny and Poppy? I always love hearing the grandparent stories.
I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure my cousin Bailey, she had a speech impediment whenever she was younger, and I think they tried to call her Nana, but she couldn't say it. So I'm pretty sure she just said Nanny, and it stuck. And then same with Poppy, he was supposed to be Papa, and then he said Poppy because she had a speech impediment. So I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love Poppy. So we just kept it pretty traditional in our house. Papa. And well, I did have a granny, God rest her soul. She died a couple of years ago. But on the other side, I still have a mammal and papa. So I've actually got 3 grandparents that are still alive.
I have a granny on my dad's side, and then I have a gammy on my stepdad's side.
Gammy.
Gammy.
Yes,
Yeah,
I love
gammy.
that one. So Tate, have you got to see your grandparents this year, 2020?
Yes, I have, because we actually live together because my whole family lives on a farm together. And whenever I moved for college, my sister actually took my room. So I lived with my grandparents in the guest room. they actually made that my room. And so I actually live with them. So I get to see them a lot, but
Awesome.
I haven't got to see them the past few weeks because my stepdad actually has COVID. So I miss them a lot because it's a big adjustment from actually living with them and being with them all the time and then not being able to go home at all.
Yeah. That's sad, isn't it?
I
It's
know,
so
I
hard.
miss them a lot.
2020 has been a crappy year, I feel like, for the grandparents.
Definitely.
We're in a really tough situation with my Papa Ray. He is actually in a nursing home / assisted living right now. So my grandfather has Alzheimer's. And so basically they are the ones that care for him throughout this time. And as you may know, that has been like shut down.
Yeah.
Got to see him for the first time a month ago.
Oh, wow.
And it was outside 6 feet away in a rocking chair. That was it.
Couldn't imagine.
Couldn't hug him.
Yeah.
Like he couldn't hold my kids. I was just like, it's so hard. It's so hard. So my mind and heart's just really been on him. And so even though, and I love this idea of writing a letter to my Papa Ray, because it's like, it's something that he can continue to read.
Yeah.
So even though he can forget, Tate, honestly, he can't remember the last 15 minutes. Like that's where he is. It's
so
but
sad.
it's sad. It is sad.
So
but he
sad.
remembers the past, so that's what's
Yeah.
so beautiful. But maybe this could be a way that we can connect with him, and maybe this just be a friendly reminder of me and my sons, and just that we love him and we miss him. And man, I just know so many people are just like, COVID, please stop taking away this time with their grandparents. But as we said, this is one simple way that we can serve and love our grandparents during this time, especially the holidays just going crazy. So, Tate, here we go. We're going to write,
Yay!
I'm going to say Papa Ray. Now, what?
Do I need to say Nanny and Poppy, Dear Nanny and Poppy, or should I do one side and be like Dear Nanny
Hey.
and then Dear Poppy?
Whatever you think.
Okay.
Whatever you think.
I'll do Dear Nanny and Poppy.
So, last question for you, Tate. And then we'll write our cards and we'll send them out. What are you going to say?
Oh, I'm going to tell them that I miss them and that I appreciate everything they do for me because they are huge inspirations in my life, because I lost my mom whenever I was a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
And so they've always been like rocks for me ever since then.
Yeah.
And I just want to tell them how much I appreciate them and how much I miss them.
Oh, yes, that's me. That's my heart for sure. Just want to say, Papa, I just miss him, love him to death. Just love the influence that he's had on all of our lives, and I'll probably just really press into that. He's just an incredible man of God, and I love that my family has been built on that foundation of following Jesus. So really excited about this. But it's so simple, isn't it?
I know it is.
Like,
I never would have thought of this. Like
No.
I never would have ever thought of that.
Like serving and loving others isn't complicated, but it's simple. And I hope that during this time, this is just one of those ways that you can find encouragement to love others and serve others, especially those closest to you. So be on the lookout for these cards. Definitely, if you want to join us this week, just go ahead and grab a couple cards, write your grandparents or that family member that's super special to you, and let's spread that love and joy this Christmas season.